Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. Jai Siya Ram, Jai Hanuman. Thank you so much again for coming back to Planet Bhakti channel. So as we discussed in the previous video, we'll continue and we'll start rather understanding Hanuman Chalisa. Now, what is Chalis in Hindi means? So Chalis means nothing but 40, 40. That's the number. Now, in Hanuman Chalisa, we'll see there are 40 verses which are called Chaupais or quatrains, and each of the chopai has different meanings, and it that's what makes up the whole Hanuman Chalisa. So now let's dive in to Hanuman Chalisa. Now, as we discussed again in the previous video, when obviously there are a lot of things about each of these chopais or verses. So I have tried to gather different input from some of the channels, online sites. So two of them, I would say I have used references as prayersofIndia.wordpress.com site and outofliving.org. So thank you so much for those two sites. And now let's dive in the real crux of Hanuman Chalisa. So Hanuman Chalisa starts with the prayer. So Tulsidas ji initially he opens the Hanuman Chalisa with it is called doha or a stanza, and the first stanza is Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raj. Now I have written, as you can see, meaning using those two sites, I used it. So this is actually written in the this is, I should mention that Hanuman Chalisa actually is not in Sanskrit. Tulsidas ji wanted to keep it so simple that even a layman can understand. I mean, it's amazing that in at that time he thought of this way. Now he belonged to, and the area he was in, it is called Avadh, or today's Ayodhya is the city, and people used to speak Avadh language. So these words are in Avadh language, not Sanskrit language. Okay, now a lot of words are common in Hindi, but there are certain words that are slightly different, but the meaning will the translation will help us. So the way I have captured here is that the original verse is up top, then in English how can you pronounce, so it is word to word. So for example, this Shri is here, Shri Guru Charana Saroj is Saroj, like that. So you can read from here, and basically that will be same as reading this. And then the actual meaning in English is what it is. I have written it just in case you are viewing on the screen, but I'll try to rather explain, instead of just reading the meaning, I'll rather explain. So overall it may take a little longer for our video, and in that case maybe I'll create multiple parts of this, because we want to make sure that we capture all the understanding and meaning of this amazing Chalisa. Okay, so let's start. So first stanza, first doha, Tulsidas ji says, Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nijmano Mukuru Sudhari. Now, what does it mean? Shri Guru. So Guru means obviously the teacher. Now, who is Tulsidas ji's Guru? Obviously Hanumanji. So that's what he is praying to. He is praying to him, saying that Shri Guru Charan. Charan means your feet, and Saroj Raj. Raj means dust. Now, in Hindu tradition, those who know, touching the feet and the touching the dust basically at the feet is considered the highest honor to for any disciple. So that's how he starts, and what he says is that using the dust of the guru's lotus feet, it is called Saroj is lotus and Saroj Raj. So the dust of that charan or the feet is what I'm going to use to clean, to polish my heart, the mirror of my heart basically. So that it my heart is pure and clean, and I want to clean it with my gurus, my ultimate guide, charan, the lotus feet. So as you can see, this one line itself it's an amazing that what his humbleness is and how he starts. Then the second line says, Baranau Raghubar Bimal Jasu. So Baranau meaning to explain, to describe. So this is a slightly, barnan karna, right? In Hindi you might say that. So this is in this barnau raghuvar. Raghuvar here means raghuvar or raghuvir. Raghu is nothing but the the family where Ram comes from. It is called Raghukul. Kul means the dynasty. So Raghukul dynasty's details he's going to put into this Chalisa. That's what he's asking, or at least saying that I'm going to describe the divine fame of the greatest king of Raghukul, who is nothing but Lord Rama, who basically so Baranu Raghubal Bimal Jasu Jo Dayak Falchare, who gives, who bestows us with the fruit of all the four efforts. Now, what are those four efforts? So this is another, overall philosophical thing in the Hindu religion, which those who are familiar with would have heard about, which are nothing but dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Now, what is dharma? Dharma is nothing but your nature, your moral values. Artha is earning, prosperity, economic values. So you need to have that fruit also. So basically anything you do in your life, right, you put in effort to do what, to make sure that you follow the right way, you follow the moral values, you then earn your economically, so that you can continue your basically life. Then kama is nothing but your pleasure, your love, your physiological psychological values. So kama is nothing but lust. A lot of people think in that way, but it is basically overall pleasure, which is, and then ultimately you are looking for a moksha is nothing but liberation of this, from this life, from the and then following the spiritual value. So there are four fruits that are expected, and who can give these fruits? That is nothing but Lord Ram. So this is how the Hanuman Chalisa starts. Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nijamana Mukuru Sudari Baranau Raghubar Bimal Jasu Jo Dayaku Falachari. So Falachari meaning four fruits, who gives, Dayaku meaning giver. Okay, the next stanza is amazing. Another great line here. Buddhihin tanu janike. So buddhi is nothing but knowledge, or rather intelligence. So he says, hey Hanumanji, knowing that this mind of mine, like I am, have not much intelligence. So he's again becoming so humble. Buddhihin tanu janike. Tanu means understand that I'm not enough. I don't have enough intelligence. Sumiro Pavana Kumar. Sumiro means I'm considering that I don't have enough intelligence, but I am trying to remember Pavana Kumar. Now, what is Pavan? Pavan means wind, and a Kumar is called sun. So, son of wind, who is nothing but again another name for Hanumanji. So, he said that I remember the son of wind, knowing that I don't have enough intelligence, but I still remember him. And then next line says, Bal Buddhi Vidya Dehu Mohi. So now he's asking that grant me, please, hey son of wind, hey Hanumanji, please grant me these things. What are these? Strength, which is Bal, Buddhi means wisdom, Vidya means knowledge, all kinds of knowledge. Dehu Mohi, give me that. Harahu Kalesa Bikar. Harahu meaning please remove. Kales means suffering, and Bikar means shortcomings. So, so he's very, although he says, I don't have intelligence, but you can see very intelligently he's asking what to do. And this line is amazing for those, either you are a student, or you are a working person, or you are an aged person. This line will help cover all aspects, as you can see, that you need strength, you need wisdom and intelligence, and you need knowledge, because at any age you need all these things. So he's requesting Hanumanji to provide this. So this is an amazing start. Now, as we said, this is about Chalisa, but note that this has not been counted. This is just the starting the prayer. The first Chalisa, the Chaupai rather, the first of the Chalisa is, now it starts here, which starts with, it is called a Chaupai or a quatrain. and that's when the real thing starts. So now you say Jai Hanuman, Gyan Gun Sagar. Jai Hanuman, Gyan Gun Sagar. What is it? Jai meaning hey, victory to Lord Hanuman. Jai Hanuman. That is typically we call it Jai. Jai Hanuman, Jai Sri Ram, like that. Victory to Lord Hanuman. Gyan Gun Sagar. Gyan means knowledge, Gun means wisdom, and Sagar means ocean. So he's the ocean of wisdom and virtue, of course. So Jai Hanuman, who is the ocean of wisdom and virtue, Jai Kapis Tihu Lok Ujagar. The next line says Jai Kapis Tihu Lok Ujagar. What does this mean? So Jai Kapis is the victory to the Lord who is supreme among the monkeys. So Kapis is nothing but the Lord of monkeys is called Kapis. Kapi means vanar or monkey, and Kapis is the supreme among those. Tihu Lok Ujagar. So Lok means the worlds, and there are three worlds it is called. Um, Brahmalok, Mrutyulok, and Patal right? So these three, all these three worlds, he ujagar, meaning he illuminates. So you see how he starts, right? Tulsidas ji starts with worshipping and rather praising Hanumanji that what is he? He is Gnan Gunsagar, and who also does he Lok Ujagar, and he himself is the supreme among those monkeys world. So then the next one, so I have given the numbers as you can see. So now we'll go through each one. So the first one was that. Now the second one, then he says Ramdut Atulit Baldhama. So again, he continues with praising and actually describing Hanumanji, which is Ramadut. So Dut means emissary, who carries the messages in a way, and Hanumanji is Ram's emissary. Atulit Baladhama. Atulit. This word Atulit means Tuli or Tula. You might have heard. Tula is nothing but the balance, like where you weigh. And tulit in Hindi or Sanskrit, when you put typically it is like synchronous, asynchronous, right? Similar to English. So makes it an opposite word, which is it says matchless. And atulit bal. So you cannot even measure what is bal. Bal means power, your strength. Dhamma, and Dhamma means the place. So Ram's Dut is Hanumanji, who is having abode of matchless power. That's what this first line says. And then he says, Anjani Putra Pavanasuttanama. See, he's the rhyming theme is also amazing. Ramadut Atulit Baladama Anjani Putra Pavanasutta Nama. Now, Anjani Putra. Anjani is actually her, Hanumanji's mother's name, Anjani. And Putra means son. So, Anjani Putra, Mother Anjani's son, Pavan Sut. Again, Pavan is wind. We already talked about in previous. Sut is also son, whose name is also Pavan, son of the wind. So this is what in the second Chaupai is written. Then comes Mahavir. Now you might have seen Mahavir in Hindi. Sometimes we call it Mahavir, like V, but in this language they use B as in boy. Mahavir Bikram Bajrangi. Now, Mahavir means Maha means great, and Veer means some who is a hero who fights and who has strength and all that. So, who is somebody who is Mahavir, then Bikram, and who is basically like a thunderbolt, who is mighty. Bajrangi. Now, Bajrangi word, I'll tell you very quickly. Bajrang actually is a color. Also, people consider it that way, and also Vajrangi, Vajra Angi. There are two ways you can say it. Vajra is actually very powerful, very strong cover, and whose ang means parts of the body is Vajra, like so strengthful. He has so much strength that all of his body parts are so strong. That's what Bajrangi means. So Vajra Angi, basically, that's what Hindi way you can say. Kumati Nivar. Next line says Kumati. Now, mati means knowledge or intellect, and ku, just like we saw, ku is also another word, but ku is in a opposite and in a rather negative way is considered. So, mati means good intelligence, but kumati is bad intelligence, bad knowledge, bad thing, part of your understanding, bad wisdom. So kumati nivar. So who basically Hanumanji who helps remove evil intellect. Ku is an evil part of the intellect. Nivar means remover. Sumati. Su, now ku and su. So mati is still intellect, but now when you put su is a good part. So the good ones, not evil ones, but the good ones of the intellect. K sangi. K means of, and sangi means of companion. Sang means together, and sangi means who is the companion. So kumati nivar sumati ke sangi, who removes the evil intellect and who is a companion or helps to have to provide good intellect. So as you can see, he is worshipping and then he's describing that who is uh, basically Hanumanji. And in the third chopai, we see that he is bringing all different qualities of Hanumanji into this. Then again it continues. Kanchan Baran Viraj Subbesa. Kanchan means golden. Baran is Varna. Like in Hindi, we call today Varna. Varna means your clothing, your looks. And what he says, Kanchan Varan, he looks like he is having golden, color. Viraj Subesa. Excuse me. So he continues that your skin is golden in color, Kanchan Varan. Viraj Subesa, you are adorned with beautiful clothes. Kanan Kundal, next line. Kanan means your ears, Kundal. So earrings. Hanumanji is considered having all these kind of ornaments. So you have adorable earrings in your ears. Kunchit Kesa, and Kes means hair. Kunchit is curly and thick. So he again keeps describing that your skin glows like gold. You are having beautiful clothes. You are having nice earrings, and your hair is curly and thick. Again, you can see the rhyming. Kanchan Varan Biraj Subesa Kanan Kundan Kunchit Kesa. It's a very nicely adjusted. Next chopai is Hath Vajra. So, as I was telling you, Hath is nothing but your hands. Vajra, again, Bajrangi type thing. Vajra or Vajra is like real powerful, strong. Or Dvaja Biraje. Now, Dvaja is a flag. Biraje means he carries the. So in your hands, which is a strong Hath Vajra, shine a mace and a flag of righteousness. So he carries the right things, righteousness, flag basically. Kande Munj Janeu Saje. So Kande Munj. What is Kand? Kand is sacred thread, which is called Janeu. Kand means your shoulder. So a sacred thread adorns your right shoulder. So kande on your shoulder. If you see on the picture, very very light here, there is a slight threadish thread you can see, which is called a janeu. And munj is actually one type of grass. And in old days, this janeu or this thread was made of this grass, and grass was so strong that you cannot even pull it or break it. That's how they used to have Janeu. Even today's world, if you know some Brahmin people or some of those who uh, basically do those puja worshipping, they would have this Janeu still. But then nowadays it is a cotton thread used. Okay. So Had Vajra or Dvaja Biraje Kande Muj Janeu Saje. Saje meaning it like shines, so it looks good on your shoulder. Then comes Sankar Suvan. Now some people say it could be Sankar originally Sankar Swayam, but people have used it as Suvan. Now, as I was telling you in the previous video, Sankar is nothing but our Lord Shiva. right? Sankar Suvan or Swayam, meaning originally you are the embodiment of Lord Shiva. Sankar Swayam Kesari Nandan. And who Vanar Raj. So another name for him again comes. His father's name was Kesari, and he is the king of that monkey's kingdom. So he is also called Kesari Nandan. So and then originally he is nothing but Sankar Swayam. So he is nothing but Lord Shiva, and then he's son of Kesari. Tej Pratap Mahajagabandhan. So there is no limit. Tej means the shine, the glory. Pratap, I mean, it's everywhere. It is shining. There is no limit or end to your glory. Mahajagvandan, the whole universe. Jag means universe. Whole universe worships you. Bandhan means worshipping you. So Sankar Swayam, Kesari Nandan, Tej Pratap, Mahajagvandan. You can say Kesari Sankar Suvan or Sankar Swayam. Is fine. I heard some people say that. So then comes again, it still continues, and you can see the how he's bringing in all these different qualities into this Chopai. So then we are talking about Hanumanji again, that Vidyavan. Vidya meaning knowledge. Vidyavan, you are the wisest of the wise. You are the place who, where the knowledge resides. Guni, Ati Chatur. You are Guni means you are wise, you are virtuous. Ati Chatur. Chatur means clever. Morally, of course. He's not trying to cheat anybody, but he knows how to get the way out of certain situations. And if you have seen or read Ramacharita there are a lot of places where Hanumanji's help was critical in actually achieving. Even Lord Ram needed him to help out, and his suggestions and his power helped there. So, Vidyavan Guni Ati Chatur, Ram Kaj Karibe Ko Atur. Now, Ram Kaj, Ram is nothing but Lord Ram. Kaj means for him the reason, his work basically, Ram Kaj, or his request. Karibe ko atur. Karibe meaning to do. Ko to do that. Atur means very anxious, very eager. So Hanumanji is such that who is the wisest of wise, virtuous, clever, and you are always eager to do Lord Ram's work. So when anytime if somebody says it is for Lord Ram, Hanumanji will be the first one to jump in and say, okay, I'll do it. Then comes Prabhu Charitra Sunibe ko Rasiya. Prabhu. Who is Prabhu? Again, Prabhu means Lord, Lord Ram in this case. And Charitra. Charitra is nothing but his life, his description of his doings and conduct. Because Lord Ram's doings and conduct, his life, his Charitra is considered to be one of the most to be used as an idol. You should follow what he teaches through his life. So to Sunibe ko Rasya. Sunibe means to sun mean to hear. Rasya means eager again. So Hanumanji is always, he feels extremely delighted in listening to Lord Rama's doings and conduct. He's extremely delighted, and actually he's always eager to listen to basically. Ram, Lakhan, Sita, obviously you know these names, Ram, Lakshmanji, Sita ji, Man, Basiya. So these three people are always with him in his man. Man means in his heart. Basya means resides. So Lord Rama, Mother Sita, and Lord Lakshmana dwell forever in Hanumanji's heart. Prabhu Charitra Sunibeko Rasya Ram Lakhan Sita Mana Basya. So let's continue. The next chopai says Suksma Roop Dari Siyahi Dikhawa. Suksma means tiny, subtle. Roop means form. Dhari means to take. Siyahi Dikhawa. You appeared in front of Mother Sita as when he went to Mother Sita. Again, you have to know the Ramacharita Manas. And let me know if you guys, anybody here, would like to understand that whole this thing. We can narrate in a short form what is the whole Manas is about. But in in the one of the scenes, basically what happens is, so Sita Mata, Mother Sita, is actually captured by Ravana, and now Hanumanji has to reach there. So how did he do it? It was so much, security there. So he had to take a form which is like a tiny, tiny. Think of a bee, or a fly like that, and he took that kind of small form and appeared in front of Mother Sita. So Suksma Roop, Suksma means very tiny, Roop means form he took, and Siyahi Dikhawa, he see nothing but Mother Sita. Then what also he did is, when the time came, he took Vikat Roop. Vikat means huge, humongous, amazing, big form, or difficult in this case, you can say, formidable. Excuse me. So Vikat Roop Dari Lank Jarawa. Now Lank is nothing but Lanka, the Ravani's kingdom, the whole kingdom. He took Jarawa, meaning he took that form of big size form, and he burned the whole city with his that bigger form. So what he's trying to say is that, and Hanumanji is actually, we'll see in another Chopai, he is given a boon that he can become such a tiny one or such a huge one. He is given such a power, and we'll see what are those later. So that's what it is called. Suksma Roop Dari Sinhe Dikava and Vikat Roop Dari Lanka Jarawa. And then he continues about size again. Bhimrup Dari Asura Samhare. Bhimrup. So Bhimrup, when we call, hey, you are like Bhim. Bhim actually was a character in Mahabharata, but but this is like a symbolic way it is called. So Bhim Roop, when we say somebody you are like a beam or your roop is beam, that means you have massive. Bhim was actually a huge guy. Yeah, like I mean, he has big power and big body. So in this case, we are saying Bhimrup Dhari. So by taking the size of massive form, Asur Samhara. Asur is nothing but demons, and Samhar means to destroy, to slaughter. So what Hanumanji did was, he took that big form, and he basically removed all these Asur, the demons. Now again, this is, you have to take it in a philosophical way. Don't think there are people fighting, and I mean that could have happened. But the point is that what he helps with, Asur could be your thoughts also, right? The demons ultimately resides in our mind. So with Hanumanji's prayer, we can we can get those kind of bad thoughts removed, and that's how we should be thinking when we read this description. Then he says, Ramchandra ke Kaj Samvare. So he removed that, he helped slaughter those demons, and then you completed Lord Ram's task. Ramchandra means Lord Ram, ke Kaj, Kaj means work, the task, Samvare means he finished, completed. So Bhimrup Dari Asur Samvare Ramchandra ke Kaj Samvare. So he did small form, big form, Bhimrup, and he helped ultimately finish what was the task given to him. We are at Chopai number 10. I think we are at a good stage that we can continue the rest of the section in the next video. I don't want to make these videos too long, and we'll certainly have the second section, second part of this to continue in the next video. Thank you so much again. Jai Siya Ram, Jai Hanuman.